If you're just starting out with your multilingual website, one of the first questions you might be asking yourself is, what URL structure should I use? There are two main different ways to structure them, and the one you choose can make a big difference depending on your goals. Most websites use language subfolders like these, but you can also give each language its own domain or subdomain, like this or like this. Hey there, I'm Carmen, and in this video I will help you choose the right approach for your website and then of course show you how it's done. Let's talk about subfolders first. Subfolders are the most common setup for multilingual websites. They're simple to set up and manage, and they let you keep all your SEO authority in one place. If your content is mostly the same across all languages, and you don't need significantly different communication or branding from one language to another, this is probably the way to go for you. Also, it's actually the default configuration in TranslatePress. You can set it up in minutes, and it comes with the free version too. However, in some situations, using separate domains or subdomains can be the better choice, especially if you're targeting specific countries or regional audiences. Local domains can feel more native and trustworthy to users, especially in some specific countries like Italy or Germany, for example. They can also benefit from improved local SEO signals, giving you better country-specific visibility. So if you're trying to maximize local trust, this might be the right approach for you. At the same time, a multiple domain URL structure gives you the flexibility to create more distinct versions of your site and grow them individually. So if you're running a bigger brand or need separate messaging, pricing, or even product lineup changes per region, separate domains might be your best shot. Now, this should help you understand what kind of structure your website needs. But if you're still unsure, the good news is that with TranslatePress, you're not locked into just one approach. You can even combine them if your project needs it. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your multilingual URL structure, including using separate domains, step by step. Before jumping into the actual tutorial, if you're planning to connect multiple domains under your multilingual structure, there are a few things that need to be ready first. You'll need to have the domains registered for the languages you want to use. All of those domains need to point to the same server where your WordPress website is hosted. You'll also need SSL certificates for each domain, so everything loads securely. And finally, the different domains per language add-on is available in TranslatePress Business and Developer licenses, so make sure you're using one of those before jumping in. All the domain level setup needs to be done on your hosting provider's platform, so I won't be showing that in this video, since this will vary significantly by provider. But if you need help with those steps, they should be able to help you out. Assuming you already have TranslatePress installed and activated, make sure to also activate your license. Next, go to add-ons. Here you'll find the different domain per language add-on. Enable it, and step 1 is already done. You'll notice there's now a domain column next to each language. Here you can enter the domain you want to use for each specific language. In my case, the Spanish version, the German version, and the Romanian version. As you can see, there's also a check DNS button, which helps verify that the domain is correctly configured and reachable. Now, something important to mention here is that you don't have to add a different domain for every language if you don't want to. For example, if I add a domain for German and Romanian, those languages will load on their own domains. But if I leave another language without a domain, it will simply continue using the default subfolder structure on the main domain, so you can easily combine both approaches. This gives you a lot of flexibility depending on how you want to structure your multilingual site. Once everything looks good, just scroll down and save your settings. And that's basically it. From now on, you can choose which language should load on its own domain. One important mention before ending though is the login sessions. If, for example, you log into WordPress on one domain, what happens to the others? TranslatePress handles this with single sign-on. So when a user logs in on one domain, they're automatically authenticated across all language domains. And the same happens when logging out. This keeps the experience smooth, especially if you're managing the site across multiple languages. And that's it. Pretty easy, right? If you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to subscribe for even more multilingual WordPress tips and tutorials. See you in the next one!